welcome back. And if you're brand new, it's nice to meet you for the first time. Click subscribe and the notification bell so you know when new videos are posted. Today what we're going to do is work on both sides of the low back. So think of the space from the top of the pelvis to the base of the ribs. This is really part of our core muscle group. So if you think of the core as the circumference of the body and not just the belly, these muscles can get weak and overstretched. They can also become overcontracted and tight. Think of them sort of as being maybe a bossy muscle when they think they need to do all of the work, opposed to letting them do some, letting the front core do some, and letting the buttocks do some. So we want to create balance in this. So this is a great video to do if you spend a lot of time sitting at a desk. It's also great if maybe you're a very active person. So maybe if you're a runner or maybe a CrossFitter, you'll need to release these muscles. So what we're going to do is start seated, and then we're going to play with a pose called Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. We can also add other poses in, like side stretches or gate pose. They're great poses as well for this muscle group. So let's start seated. We'll bring the right shin in front of the left shin and move the flesh of the seat back and apart. If you notice your knees are lifted high, sit on a yoga block or a pillow. Walk the arms forward, slide the arms forward and fold. And then notice, are you pulling your front ribs into your back body? Meaning, do you feel tension in the front of your body where you're pulling the belly away from the floor and sort of hunching the upper back and your shoulder blades are towards your ears? If that's what you're feeling, we want to move in the opposite direction. So press your sitting bones down into the floor. You might also feel your pelvis widen just a bit. And then feel yourself scoop the breastbone, scoop the chest forward, draw your chin in, and then let your head relax down to the floor. So this movement of the chest forward brings your lower ribs towards your legs. And then you're reaching your arms forward as you're reaching your sitting bones back. Probably feeling a little bit more in the right hip. Give yourself just another moment. Take a breath in and a breath out. Okay, to bring the sensation from the right hip up through the right side of the low back, walk your hands to the left. So as you walk your hands to the left, you'll start to bring the center of the chest over the left knee. Reach your right hand away. Notice if your right shoulder is lifted and the right hip is lifted. Press the right outer hip down and back and lower the right shoulder. And then keep pressing the right hip, right sitting bone down into your mat or into the floor, and reaching, creeping your right fingertips away. Relax the head, relax the jaw. And then just give yourself a few breaths here. Notice how this sensation has perhaps moved from the right hip up the right side of your low back. If you ever feel anything in your knees, then this is probably not the best posture for you, and join us with the standing postures. Give yourself another inhale and exhale. Walk the hands back to the left knee, and you'll bring your left hand out to the side and sweep your right arm up and over. Again, notice if the right hip lifts up, press it down, and then reach through the left arm. Notice if you're rounding the chest forward. We're going to start off by opening the chest, pressing down through the right hip, and reaching through the right fingers. If you've got some mobility in your body, the left arm might be straight, you can bend the left arm. Just keep reaching the right hip down and reaching away with the right fingers. You can even start to lean back into the right shoulder. Give yourself another moment here. Just breathe in, breathe out. Okay, let's see if we can hit a different spot in the back by turning to the left. So turn to the left, turn the chest to the left, press the right hip down, reach the right arm away, and then just relax through the neck. You can look down. And then notice where you feel this. You might even need to lift the right arm up a little higher to feel more. Or maybe for you, you lower the arm and reach the arm more away. Just notice where you'll feel the most sensation for 3 and 2. Reach the arm away, ground the right hip, and 1. Slowly make your way back up and just give yourself a moment. Take a breath in, a breath out. You might have noticed that your breath got a little short, so just be aware of the movement of your breath and deepen it. Change the cross of the legs. We'll bring the left shin in front and move the flesh of the seat back and apart, and again fold straight forward. You might notice some residual work from the right side, so just notice. And then start to press the ribs down towards the shins. Feel the chest lift and feel as if you're pulling the breastbone forward and retracting the shoulders. Relax the back of the neck so you don't need to look forward at your hands. Look directly down, tucking your chin in slightly. And then keep reaching the sitting bones back and down. Relax your toes if there's any tension in your feet. And the more you press down with the left sitting bone, the more you'll feel in the left hip. Give yourself another moment. And then walk both hands over to the right. So you're bringing the chest over the right knee. So what you do with the right hand isn't really of importance here. It's the left. So press down the left hip and sitting bone. Notice if the left shoulder lifted. Rotate it down. And then walk the left hand away. Give yourself a moment. Again, you want to notice if you're hunching the back. So more of the chest forward as you press the left hip back. Give yourself a few more breaths here. Notice what you're feeling in the left outer hip and up through the left side of your back body. Just inhale. And exhale. One more time. Take a breath in. Fold deeper, release on the breath out. And then you'll bring the right hand over to the right and reach the left arm up and over the ear. Press the left hip down. So notice it wants to lift. Yeah, no. Press the left hip down and reach through the left fingers. Again, you can bend the right elbow. So if the right shoulder's hunkered up by the ear, bend the elbow down and release the shoulder from the ear. And then press down with the left hip. Reach through the left fingers, and you might even lean back slightly into the left shoulder. So these little tiny movements, you can sort of roll forward and roll back, and notice where you hit what is said to be that sweet spot. That spot where you're thinking, yep, that's where I need some active release. All right, now we're going to turn the chest down towards the right knee and reach the left arm away. Keep pressing the left hip back. Pull belly in, and then notice the left arm. You can lift the arm, you can lower the arm, but just sort of press the hip back, stable there. Reach the arm away, and notice when you feel, and there's a little twisting action over to the right, and notice when you feel that spot that your body's saying, stay. Give yourself another few breaths. And then slowly make your way up. an inhale and an exhale. All right, let's come into standing, and we're going to practice triangle pose, probably in a way if you're a regular practitioner that you haven't done. So I'm going to be going to my right first, and the stance of the legs might be a little closer together than far apart. So separate the feet, turn the right foot to face what I will call the top of the mat, and then lift the left heel and send it back. You can even bring more of an angle in the back foot than you traditionally do. Bring the outer left hip a little forward and then fold. You can micro bend the right knee. You want to make sure you're not locking out the knee, so a little bend to the knee is fine because we're working the left side. Bring the right hand behind the right shin and then reach the left arm up and over your ear. So here, until you engage, you're not quite doing anything. So now we'll build the work. Drive the left heel into the floor, left inner foot into the floor, and then reach the hips a little bit more left, and then reach the left arm over your ear. Notice this action. Give yourself a breath. Inhale and exhale. Stay right where you are. Bring the left hand to the left hip. And then think of cat pose. So pull the belly in and feel yourself rotating your sitting bones towards the floor. So it's like you're slouching. You might feel a big release on the left side. Move in the opposite direction. Lift your sits bones up. Pull the heart forward. And then come through these cat-cow motions a few times. It's the exhale breath. You pull the belly in, release the back body, and then on the inhale breath, shoot your sitting bones back and lengthen the front body. You'll get a little bit of hamstring work on the right side as well. But what's really important is to drive the left foot down, feel contraction on the front of the left thigh, and feel this movement of the pelvis on the thigh bone. All right, let's come through one more time. And then start to open the chest. You can maybe even straighten the right leg and reach the left arm over your ear. Let's be active here. Drive the feet down, hug your inner thighs in, squeeze your buttocks. And then the left arm over the ear. Pull it back and feel the chest lift. And then reach it over the ear again. And then come back, pull belly in, squeeze your outer hips, squeeze your glutes, and reach. Do this a few more times. Really strong in the legs. Toes are relaxed, but drive the feet down. Hug thigh muscles to bone and squeeze your outer hips, your glutes. See if you're feeling this. Keep the movement up on the left side of your back body. Let's come through one more time and then come all the way up to standing. Let's come into a traditional triangle pose. If you want your feet a little bit further apart, make that adjustment. Open the arms from the center of the chest. Pull the belly in. Feel the front of the pelvis lift. And then start to shift your hips to the left. Reach your right arm away. And then windmill open your arms. Stamp your feet down. Squeeze your outer hips, your glutes. And then shift the pelvis more left. Again, reach the left arm up and over your ear. Stamp the feet down. You'll need that for stability. Hug your inner thighs towards each other and spiral the right side of the rib cage up. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale. Press down through the feet. Inhale. Come all the way up. And we'll turn the feet to the left. So as you turn the feet to the left, the outer right hip will rotate forward and angle slightly down. You can bring the left hand down to the left shin and micro bend the left knee. And then reach the right arm over your head. So just feel this initial movement of right foot pressing down, right buttock squeezing as you reach through the right fingers. Another inhale. And exhale. And then bring the right hand to the low back, and we'll start those pelvic rocks. So pull the lower belly in, start to curl your sitting bones down to the floor, and feel this length on the whole right side of your back body. And then lead with the breastbone. Press the heart forward. And what you've done is contract those very muscles. And then pull the belly in, lengthen, and then contract. Root down through the feet. Notice the length to the front body when you contract the back body. And notice the contraction of the front body when you lengthen the back body. Let's come through a few more of these, moving the pelvis on the steady thigh bone. All right, one more. And then let's reach the right arm over the ear. Okay, you can kind of hang out here and be like, yeah, I'm doing it. But now let's actually do it and build some work. Drive the right foot down, reach through the right fingers, and then pull the right arm back. Again, reach, 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 really stretch the right side, and then pull the shoulder blade back. Do this a number of times. So we're also getting a little shoulder work here as well. Drive the right foot down. You'll feel some opening on the front of the right hip. Squeeze the right buttock for stability. So we're really asking the buttock to do a lot. And when you pull the belly in, you're asking the front core to do some work as well. All right, let's come through one more time. And then you'll come all the way up. And we'll come into full triangle pose. So you might want to lengthen your stance, open your arms out wide, and then pull the front of the pelvis up. So notice that. Just get soft in your pelvis. Now engage. Stamp your feet down. Pull the front of the pelvis up. Your chest lifts. And then shift your hips to the right. You reach. Reach, reach, reach. Lengthen to the left. And then open your arms. Now let's work the right side. Drive the right foot down, squeeze right buttock, and reach right arm up and over your ear. Feel this on the right side of your back body. Keep pulling the front of the pelvis up. Contract your front body to release the back. And then really drive the right foot down. Maybe you lean back into your right shoulder. And then make your way all the way back up. All right, let's step the feet together. Come into mountain pose. Just breathe in. And breathe out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've got some stretch in your back body. What we will do is another video that I will add to this playlist with side body folding and gate pose. So you'll really get the back moving. All right, until next time, namaste.